Hello, my glorious, wonderful, fantastic, amazing friends. I'm your friend Kevin, and this is your Divine Daily Blast for the day. Here we go. Now, quite a lot going on. Happy New Moon. And I'll talk about that in my weekly update, but it's a new moon. And and this new moon, well, I want to talk about that in depth in the next one, which is the tarot and the moon for the week ahead. But new moon. If you are, I'm going to get some notes here because I think it's relevant. Hang on. Let me get my little manual here. It gives me the moon phases for the whole year. So this new moon is in Capricorn, and briefly talks about how we're starting new beginnings, new moons, new beginnings. So let's see. It's going to happen at 11:52 this morning in LA, 2:52 this afternoon in New York, 7:52 this evening in London, and then 6:52 in the morning tomorrow in Sydney, Australia, depending on where you are. So there's a lot of good in this first new moon of this year. Set our intentions, new moon. So if you've already made some New Year's resolutions, this is kind of like a bonus, a chance to start a new chapter. And it's really all about intentions. But stay tuned for navigating the week ahead as we roll forward. Get a pen and paper together, not right now, but somehow today, tomorrow, while we've got this new moon energy going, and take some time to map out what you want to achieve over the next 12 months. Now, I did a little bit of an exercise for you, not literally, but, a suggestion. There you go. That if you can get quiet, meditate, put some nice music on, think of something peaceful, flowers, green meadow, anything that brings your mind to a state of peace and tranquility. Fast forward to December 31st, 2026. And you kind of get the feeling of the new year coming. Then see where you believe your life is, and then predict where you would like your life to be. So I give some examples in that navigating the week ahead. If you want to be debt free, see all your debts paid off. And you have zero debts, zero credit cards, zero loans, all of that. Or if you don't quite think you'll get there, see a big dent in it. If you would like to see a larger bank balance, see the abundance in there. How much do you believe is there? And then stretch it a bit more, either double it or half it again, whatever that number is. Once you get a clear picture of A, where you believe your life will be, and B, where you really would like it to be, you want to err on the side of where you want it to be. Health, wealth, love, happiness, a new location, a new job, a new career, whatever that is. Then you work backwards into what does September 2026 look like with those intentions in mind. Then come back a bit more. What does June 2026 look like, and where are you with it? And come back a bit more. Go to April. As we inch forward and you in your mind's eye inch backwards, you start putting the intentions in place, but you're also working with the alchemy of time. When I say the alchemy of time, I'm talking about how time in spiritual manifestation is not linear. It is not a calendar, and it's not a clock. It is all collapsing at the same time, with all of us being the driver, the cogs, the wheel. the energetic intention of all of it. You know, when you go to the grocery store to pick up your groceries for dinner, you kind of quickly get an idea of what you're going to cook, quickly get an idea of what grocery store you're going to go to get your things from, and quickly think about where in the grocery store am I going to find it. You kind of get an idea of where it all is. You don't even think about it. You don't think about how long it's going to take you. You don't think about what time you're going to show up, what time you're going to check out. You don't think about any of that. You just do it. It's the same principle expanded. When we get stuck in the muck and the mire of the whys and the wherefores and the hows and the this and the that and when is it, we are putting the brakes on all of it and getting confused. So that is my little, I guess it would be my little instruction for today's energy. Now, we got angel numerology number 2 associated with balance, harmony and partnership plus intuition. A focus on relationships, diplomacy, and cooperation. You need to find balance between the aspects of your life. It's a message to nurture connections with other people and to trust the pathway forward. I call this diplomacy for that reason. Balance and harmony represents the need to find balance in your life, which we've talked about that a lot. Balance is one of these things that comes up in angel numerology numerous times. Focusing on relationships, reflect on the people that are around you, the people that help you, nurture them, the people that perhaps don't help you, but you've got new friendships coming into your life, nurture those and move on and move on. I'm going to move on now. I am confident and clear and focused. That's what intention is all about. Intention, manifestation, yep, I got it. You can even add that I am worthy of my heart's desire and it's already on its way. I draw upon the cosmic light of heaven and let it shine throughout my being, and so it is. It is. Cosmic light of heaven shines bright. Message from the guardian angels. Remember to call upon us for assistance every day. We are always ready to lend a helping hand. You just need to ask for it. There's always a divine situation, divine solution to every challenge. Everything always works out for my highest good. It does. If you just stay there, everything works out for my highest good. It lifts your vibration and it gives you a chance to sit back in your ethereal deck chair with your feet plopped into the edge of the ocean, the beach, if you will, where the water laps up onto the sand. And just sort of think of yourself as I'm just coasting. The universe is just bringing me what I want. It's a bit like ordering up your life, which is really what you did when you came here. It's just other people got in the way and told you what direction they thought you should go in. And you kind of like, oh, well, let's see what happens. And then there was disappointments because it was their dream, not yours. People are going to always want you to follow their dream because it's their dream. They don't understand your dream because they're not you. Understand you've got to find your own dream. And yes, there's boundaries that come along with that. Now, interesting point. I did a really deep shuffle for the angelic activation. And guess who came back out? Our sky beings. So they are just like the star beings. They're not going away. They just said, listen, we're anchored to you. We are anchored to letting you know that this is a time for you to see things from a higher perspective. Thank you, sky beings, for helping me see things differently. If you want to change your perspective, if you want to change your life, if you want to actually embrace these changes that are coming, they are coming. They're on their way. They're coming to you fast and furious. You've got to see things from a different perspective. The challenges of the past, done. The disappointments of the past, all finished. If we keep raking it up, if we keep dragging it into today, we're saying to the universe, yeah, I don't really believe it. I'm going to stick with this dark and dingy way of living. No, absolutely not. Your guides and your angels, your guardians, through these cards and these messages are almost like shaking you to your feet. Come on, get on with it. And these cards, there's a reason why I choose different cards from different authors, because it brings continuity to the message. It's all the realms coming together. all the authors coming together, and the message lines itself up. It's really uncanny, and I love it. It's like, ooh, let me see what the message is for today. I don't worry about what the message is. I dig into, this is what the universe wants me to know. Now, interestingly enough, last week we had Horus, that hawk-eyed Egyptian god. Actually, I think it was Horus. Well, this week we've got his counterpart, Hathor, light activation. Accelerate brilliance, stand in your light. And a little bit more about her and her energy. I wrote notes because it was quite a lot. She is probably from the early centuries. She's a cow goddess from ancient Egypt, the solar goddess, because you can see she's got the sun hat on that's trapped between the horns of a cow. So we've got light and wisdom together in this card. Hathor is easily recognized because of the sun disk held in place by the two horns. She's also widely represented as human-like because she's got these pairs of ears on the side of her head. So, Het Huru, or Hathor, depends on how you want to say it, is from the house of Horus. And she's the divine consort from Horus. So this connection gives her cosmic energy and a link to the stars, the star beings, and everything from that higher star potential, if you will, or star, yeah. In modern spirituality, Hathor, or Het Huru, is the face of the divine race known as the Hathors. They're enlightened beings from the stars. So you're getting this connection. These sky beings, the star beings are coming. And their message is clear. Light, joy, success. They're surrounding all of us right now. If we've been facing dark, challenging times, the clouds are now parting and the light of the sun is shining upon you. We've heard this in astrologers who look at the charts and the planets and how they're lining up, and they're seeing that the golden light of love, of peace, of equality, of sovereignty is happening because we are witnessing the breakdown of the old patriarchic system. It can't sustain itself. It's breaking apart. There are people rising up and saying, yeah, no, this is not working for us. Old dreams, old visions may come to light for whatever reason. They've been blocking you. They're there for you to release them. Let them go. Make space for the influx of energy. Make space for the influx of drive and movement. So reach for the sun and bask in your own brilliance. That's exactly what this card is talking about. Reach for the sun, lift your heart, your idea, your mind higher, and bask in the brilliant light of the divine. Done. Sunday the 18th of January 2026, the message from Louise Hay is, I am always on time, which is a way to show respect to those in my life. When we get too busy, we've got all this going on, all that going on, and we get behind in our daily chores, it kind of creates this bit of a nonsensical vacuum. So we've got to clean up our act. This is what it says. Just get a little bit more together. Exercise a bit more respect and integrity wherever you can. Now we have this fabulous card. I drew 7 for the week ahead, which I'll get to that video. I've still got some notes to write on it. Here we have the 4 of Swords. Now we've got a picture of our person here laying on, or actually levitating, and the angel wings are holding him up. So the divine might say you may feel anchored by these 2 swords, and you've got a vision of the future shown by the white horse, and then you have this lovely stained glass window which is also saying spirituality, because we look at stained glass windows in churches, we're looking at worship, that sort of thing. So in this deck, swords are represented by the suit of birds, winged beings, clouds. It's an analogy for the swift, efficient, effective, but wounding and double-edged nature of thoughts and words. The suit of swords, which is also the suit of air, can be our ponderings. They're both, the double-edged sword means they can be epiphanies, things that come to us, ideas, but they can also be detriment, the dark forces that fill our head with doubt, debauchery, depression. So whenever we have swords going on, we have to evaluate, what are we thinking about? What are we concentrating on? In the playing card tradition, depending on the suits, being happy suits, which is hearts and diamonds, or sad suits, which is spades and clubs, the modern tarot readers tend to see each card in each suit as having the potential positive or negative interpretations. You've heard that from readers, I'm sure. Thus, we interpret the swords cards from a more neutral position, a more either or position, a more yes, it could be or it couldn't be. It's a yes, an either or. Swords from the modern viewpoint represent thought, rationality, communication, and the various birds, winged symbols. In this case, it is the flying horse, the unicorn, or the angels, the wings right here, symbolize lightning fast processes of the mind. And lightning too makes an appearance as if swift in this suit. These cards show victory through the exercise of thought, but they also show the difficulties that can be caused by over-reliance on thought or the misuse of it. You know, we've said before, thoughts create feelings that create actions and reactions. Change your thoughts and change your life. That's not something new. It's just something that is out there. Now, when it comes to the particular Four of Swords, the white horse is a vision of energy that exists in the future. Potential, despite the present inaction. So if you're looking forward and you're thinking, how am I going to get there from here? That's the Four of Swords for you. This emphasizes the necessity of regular periods of rest in order to stay at peak effectiveness. As I said before, the stained glass window suggests that spiritual understanding requires quiet space, quiet mind. We think of church, we think of worship, we think of prayer, getting on our knees, bowing our head. In a spiritual context, the white horse is about enlightenment. Now, if we look at astrology on this particular card, we see Jupiter in the sign of Libra. Now that says Libra being creative, Jupiter in Libra is a creative abundance, flourishing, peaceful, balance, harmony, all of those things. So I would say this card is basically asking you, along with everything else, to get your mind quiet, clear out the clutter, get rid of all the negative thinking, see things from a higher perspective, use your power of manifestation and intention on this brand new moon in Capricorn. Let's see what the fairies have to say, because that, my friends, was a lot. It'll just be a quick fairy card reading today, and then we'll move on to navigation for the week ahead a little bit later. I need some coffee or some more tea or something. Fairies everywhere, come here. I welcome you to this space and give thanks for your blessings. Give us a card that will tie all this together. Thank you. Oh, there we go. That card. There we go. Oh, I love it. Here we are. Appreciation. Almost every colour of the rainbow is seen here. And our fairy of appreciation sits among the flowers. She's basically saying, look at this glorious meadow. The glorious colours of the universe are being represented. Let's see, we focus on the Queen of Appreciation. I mean, it's almost like, I want to say this has to be the first card of this particular deck, which, if you want to know what it is Manifesting with the Fairies by Karen Kay. Appreciation is really all about noticing the blessings in your life, appreciating even the tiniest of things, the wag of the tail from your dog, the chirping of the birds, anything. This flower fairy appreciates you and us and all of us, and her greatest wish for all of us is to appreciate yourself, appreciate everything you do in your life. That raises your vibration to the higher level. Manifest appreciation into your life by looking at the world with a fresh, innocent view. See the beauty in everything and open your heart and your mind. Show and tell other people how much you appreciate them, how much you love them, how much it's just glorious to have them in your life. Your affirmation for this card is, I appreciate the little things in my life and I turn the little things, and in turn the little things become big things to appreciate. That's the law of attraction 101. Gratitude expands. Gratitude is like the ocean. It doesn't ever stop. When we're grateful, we raise our vibration. And the one thing about manifestation that I want to pass on to you, it is lifting the vibration, lifting the energy, seeing things completely different, which right now I know we are going through some. I don't want to discount anybody that's going through some, you know what. It's hard, it's tough. You turn on the news and I must want to throw a pot plant at it. I can't imagine being in the business of the news business, wanting to be a journalist or reporting, just heinous. I mean, those people have got to be on psychotropics to be able to do that for a living. Yes, we need to know what's going on in the world, but when those of us that are of love, that are of light, that are of appreciation, that are of love, grace and gratitude, that are doing our best to create a world of peace and harmony and all of that for everybody, no matter where they come from, what they're doing, it is even more difficult when you've got the other side pulling us into the abyss of badness. So, yeah, be a badass. By living in gratitude, by living in grace, by living in love, by living in peace, by speaking all of that, you're attracting more of it. And when you attract all this light, people of light being, people of like-mindedness, saying thank you to people for being in your life, all of this, that light is expanding. And eventually people start seeing the light. They start seeing you. They start looking at, whoa, how is it you're this way? Then you get to share it. All right, my friends, I'll be back in a little while with Navigating the Week Ahead, where I'm using Ciro Marchetti's tarot deck and the moon phases. Stay tuned for that. I'm sorry for waffling on. I love you, I love you, I love you. Bye for now.